And now for the next full hour, as the world turns.
Good afternoon, Brooks Zeitlin here, and it's time for SCI-Arc's Noonday News.
Well, good morning. How are you, Joyce?
Lonesome.
SCI-Arc's mini computer has finally arrived. The instructor who will be teaching the seminar on how to use the computer is Ched Reeder. Currently, Ched teaches the seminar in lighting and acoustics. The computer is not at school yet, since Ched has taken the computer home with him to familiarize himself with it. The seminars will be titled Computers and Architecture, and will start this summer semester. If you've had a computer program course punching IBM cards for hours only to have your whole program rejected from the computer, you can appreciate this new generation of smaller computers. The language used in this SCI-Arc's new computer is so simple it's called BASIC. It's got to be basic if monkeys can learn it. Made to order for SCI-Arc.
Oh?
You know, this house that Donald and I bought, it's quite large. When you're here alone...
And are you all alone?
Yes. And I wish I weren't.
I see.
We know that some of you out there have some comments about the way seminars and studios here at SCI-Arc are run. If you want to see a particular kind of seminar at SCI-Arc, if you dislike a seminar or if you like a seminar, tell Ray about it. He won't bite. And there isn't any reviewing process specifically set up for that purpose. So you'll have to see Ray about it. SCI-Arc students have expressed interest before in certain areas and have new seminars and have had new seminars started. There are no forms to fill out. There aren't any sassy civil servants to deal with. Just go up to Ray and tell him what you think about the seminars. Don't everybody rush up at once.
Ralph, I want to talk to you.
All right.
No, not on the phone. I want to see you.
You mean today?
This evening's design forum's topic is Offshore Drilling and Production Platforms by Paul Agard of Chevron's Oilfield Research Company. Offshore platform technology has reached very interesting proportions. The possible spin-off should be obvious to most designers. Next Wednesday's forum presents a multimedia coverage of the new physics, biology, communication, and behavioral sciences titled Science and Human Affairs. The media presentation by Paracom featuring Jacob Bronowski, Jonas Salk, Jean Piaget, Richard Byrne, and Peter Drucker. The design forum begins about 8 p.m. each Wednesday night and is free to all, and we encourage you to come.
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
Ralph, please. I mean, I could tell you over the phone, but anybody could walk in here now, just as anybody could walk into your office. I don't want to start and get interrupted.
The trip to Europe is rapidly approaching. SCI-Arc students are going to London, Paris, Lyon, Nîmes, Florence, Rome, and other areas of interest to them. Guest instructors are being invited and will soon be announced exactly who is coming along with us. Study in Europe will include sketching and study of historical and modern buildings and cities. The 6 weeks in Nîmes will be an intensive study time with 3 two-week projects. We have received such an enthusiastic response that we are thinking of repeating the program next year.
Besides, it's something I'd rather tell you in person.
Well, I suppose we could have lunch, but we'd have to make it early.
The earlier, the better.
For the finest ideals in electronic muckraking journalism, the Noonday News is proud to announce that the school budget will soon be finished in reproduction for anyone who is interested in where our tuition money goes. You won't believe this, but what's your name? I'm now going to give a few moments for Serena to say a few words on our little delinquent money.
Oh, yes, that's charming. But
Hi, I'd like to address myself to the students who still have outstanding payments for school tuition. We would like to clear our bookkeeping and record keeping So before I have to send out little love letters to each of you, I'm going to put a list of all the people who still owe money to us on the board. And please, I would appreciate you paying or coming in and setting an appointment aside with us to discuss your tuition. Also, I'd like to bring attention to the fact that on the board there are many employment opportunities and jobs available part-time for our students. So please make yourself available if you want to, if you're interested in having a job. And the third item that I'd like to bring upon is financial aid. We are now have the BOEG grants for 1978, and I am interviewing and having appointments for students who want or need financial aid. So please see me as soon as you can, and you can't miss me. I'm in the front desk. Thank you.
It's clear across town from your office.
It's clear across town from some other people's offices, too.
Yes, you're right. I see what you mean.
We'd like to let you know what we think is a good source of color, a good source for color prints from color slides. The place is called Inata Color Photo Lab and is located on, okay, yeah, it's called Inata. We would like to let you know about what we think is a good source of color prints from color slides. The place is called Inata Photo Lab and is located on West Pico Boulevard. That's 11513 to be exact. It is on the north side of Pico, halfway between Bundy and the San Diego Freeway. The advantage of the print from the slide, rather than color film, is that you already have a positive image, the slide. To make color corrections before the print is made with a color negative, you have to pay for the print just to get a positive that may need color correcting. In any case, Ken Inata is recently opened for business and is friendly and helpful and has inexpensive prices.
I'm curious. Can you at least tell me what this is all about?
It's about a decision I'm going to make today.
The work projects begun a week and a half ago with an all-school work day are at various stages of completion at this time. Bruce McInnes and crew is almost through with wiring of the cubicles. The drywall in the new lounge and seminar partition is up and the door is waiting to be hung. Even though the library's new glass door is hung and are about finished, are hung. It's kind of cut off. I didn't get that. We can start from the beginning if you want.
Yep.
I think that's better. Okay. The work projects begun a week and a half ago with an all-school work day are at various stages of completion at this time. Bruce McInnes and crew is almost through with wiring of the cubicles. The drywall in the new lounge and seminar partition is up and the door is waiting to be hung. Even though the library's new glass doors are hung and are about to be finished in, the shelves are drastically needed for all the periodicals that are now sitting on the floor. The crew, headed by Steve Holzman, is putting up 1-inch conduit for the stage lighting in the main space. Well, the fire department was here again this morning to look at the progress we've made since their last visit. And it looks like there is going to be a lot more work needed to be done. They still came away with a long list of violations. We'll do our best to keep you informed on the progress.
And it's something that involves... Someone's at the door. I'm going to have to hang up.
A student here at SCI-Arc, John Massaro, has designed and built a sun study device called a heliodon that he and others think could be of considerable help during the design process.
Okay, as Terry just explained, I came up with this concept of a heliodon basically because the previous methods of determining sun angles was, I guess, pretty archaic and pretty old-fashioned, and it also took a long time to do. For instance, the architectural graphic standards trying to find graphs and charts that relate sun angles, and they were only roughly calibrated for your area. For instance, like you'd have a 32-degree north latitude for Los Angeles, when in reality it's 34. And also the sun angle calculator, I guess distributed by Libby Owens Ford, was a pretty good device, I guess, except that it really didn't, I don't know, provide you with a visual, a truly visual explanation of how your designs are created. And the Heliodon became a design tool for me so that I would be able to work with models and develop them from conception to completion all the way through, fully realizing the extent of the solar exposures. This Heliodon that I came up with, I decided, well, a lot of people became interested in it, so I decided I was going to try and market it. And I came up with this product here, which is, I feel, a pretty quality product consisting of solid cast aluminum degree gauges and finally finished birch plywood surface. And the Heliodon will last virtually indefinitely given the proper care any precision instrument should. And it will be a very unique design tool to have. The cost is probably going to be less than you'll pay for your next finished design model.
The prototype and some flyers are behind you on the front desk for your information.
Someone's at the door. I'm going to have to hang up.
11:30.
Right. Bye-bye.
It has been reported that this self-serve sign has offended some self-serving individuals here at SCI-Arc, if you catch the drift. While we don't want to offend anyone who doesn't deserve it, we would like those of you who self-serve themselves at SCI-Arc to sit on it.
John Dixon asked Mary to marry him last night.